Here at the Best Buy, and they have a wall up, and it just shocked me, the reality of this epidemic of cancer. And you usually often think someone older, up in age, but look at this wall. It's all children. Look at that. It's all kids. These are all kids. All kids. And it doesn't stop. It just keeps going all the way here. These are all kids with cancer. You think, like, what is going on? Kids with cancer. Look at that. These are their names. Obviously the faces are repetitive, but everyone has their own individual name. Has their own name. So these pictures is the same picture, just a kid, but the name differentiates. It's an individual, unique to themselves. So everyone here, look at that. And these are kids, man. That's why I've been so passionate about trying to help families, people really take this serious. Our health, the blessing from Allah that He gave us, the lifestyle that we're living, and the connection to what we're putting in this gift that Allah gave us. Our bodies, the fake food and many of the other toxins that are even affecting children. So we need to wake up and take this reality serious. Get informed, get educated, and start doing what you can today to do what's in your power to protect yourself and your children and your families. Take the matter serious. Appreciate the blessing of health before us or our families lose it. And then we put our trust in the Almighty Allah. But we do what we can that's in our power. Did you see all those kids? Okay, so you're like thinking like, okay, Eddie, what can I do? Okay, look, you know the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, the man came in the masjid and he said, okay, I left my camel out there. What should I do? Should I just leave it out there untied and just put my trust in Allah? No, he said, go tie the camel and then put your trust in Allah. So you do everything you can to preserve the vehicle that Allah gave you to get through life. So before you put something in, or you allow something in your body or your children's body, you just don't blindly put it in. Just like, all of the garbage, processed junk foods. You think like, okay, if I'm allowing my children to eat foods that are directly affecting the body in a negative way, pops and these cereal boxes and the sugar, the cookies, cakes, and the ice cream, all of these things that are cancer causing elements, they help to cancer to grow in your body. Do you understand? Am I creating a sugar addict with my child and I'm projecting my food preferences on my kids? So what I like now, it's garbage, and then I'm destroying my kids' health also. Do you want your kids, do you want your kid to have their face up there as another victim? Someone says, well, come on, I just put my trust in Allah. It doesn't work like that. You do everything that you can in your power to protect yourself and your family, and then then no one can be protected except by Allah's permission. But you did everything in your power. So brothers and sisters, don't allow this garbage, this fake food in the masjids. Let's start from there. My brother was telling me that some people have caught on and they're really taking this to a whole level, another level. They're not allowing what's normally, the pizza, the cake, and the ice creams, all of it. Look, if it's baked with some natural, organic ingredients, okay, but Coke, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, the fruit juice, all of this stuff, investigate it, see for yourself. It's a really great documentary called Fed Up. I encourage everybody to watch it. There's another great documentary, The Truth About Cancer, episode 1. Watch it. There are so many health documentaries, there are so many independent studies, so many researchers, so many holistic doctors, so many people who really are out there informing the people, but you're not going to come across this information unless you're taking the matter serious and you're looking for it. So are you looking for it? Or are you just going along with everyone, putting whatever garbage in your body, buying all the garbage, all the junk, and then, you wonder, why my kid's sick? Why I have to be taking them to the doctor, eating the fake food, taking the fake drugs, the fake medicine. And then you wonder, what's the preventive medicine? That you guard your health by protecting your health, not letting anything toxic or any of these processed, junked, fake foods into your home, into your cupboards. Watch what you're cooking with. You're not eating at McDonald's, Burger King. You're watching what you're baking with, what you're cooking with. Basic, simple things, but I leave people with a simple message. Eat real food, avoid fake food. If you look at the things, look, bananas, dates. You have a whole variety of fruits and vegetables, meats, halal obviously, but from grass-fed animals, right? And then you look at, what's a fake food? A fake food is anything that has a list of ingredients that you can't recognize, you cannot pronounce the stuff. Don't allow it into your bodies, don't allow it into your house. And this is the small things that we can do, right? On top of, you know, the beautiful hadith where the Prophet ﷺ had talked about, you know, enough for the son of Adam, is just eating a few morsels, few snacks to keep you going upright. If you're overtaking 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 food, 1/3 air, 1/3 water. But alongside with that is doing that with real food, not fake food, poison, toxic food that is affecting the body. And then you have all these diseases that are coming up and happening to the kids and to adults. Let's take the matter serious. Assalamu alaikum.
We're told that children have the best immune systems because they're fresh, they're newborn. But why are we seeing an increase in cancers in kids that are younger?
What'd your mom do? You know, there's a school of thought that, you know, that it doesn't really matter what the mother does, and there's even headlines now that, you know, that oh, the mom can do this and the mom can do this, and it will not be transferred to the fetus. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I believe that very much. What the mother does, the baby's inside the mother, and what the mother does will directly affect that child. If she doesn't nurse, it will affect the immune system and the development of that immune system. And above and beyond that, have you seen what our kids eat today? And we're seeing kids with more cancers because the mom drank diet pop. Why do you see young kids with brain cancers now? You think, he hasn't had enough time to develop that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has. While cancer might take 5 years or 10 years or 15 or 20 years in some cases to develop in your body, things can be transferred from mother to child, and other cancers can be very rapidly spreading and grow fast. Our kids drink 1-2 liter pops today. They're getting osteoporosis in their teens because of the phosphoric acid. It's 2.5 pH, so they are acidifying their bodies at a very rapid rate. Some of them are drinking diet pop so they don't get the calories. Diet pop actually helps you put on weight, and it has aspartame in it. Aspartame is NutraSweet. NutraSweet is a very aggressive neurotoxin. It should have never been approved, ever. If you talk to Betty Martini, who sits on our advisory board, she leads the world in the fight against aspartame. She travels the world talking about it. It should never have been approved, and it's killing our children and our adults. And I see it happen just continually. People that become paralyzed, people that are diagnosed with lupus and fibromyalgia and the catch-all MS. When the doctor can't figure it out, must be MS. Crying out loud, folks, arthritis, diabetes, all these other things we've discussed, they're food diseases. We know how to heal them today, all of them. And children have just fallen victim. They've fallen victim to their mother's activities. They've fallen victim to these diets, this lack of transfer factors. All of this plays into it.
You said most people don't know, or the doctors don't know what cancer is. In your research, what is it? What have you found?
Well, cancer is something we give ourselves. And doctors and researchers want to say that, no, it's genes. We're mapping the human genome. You know, that's where we're going to find that cure for cancer. Well, they're not going to find it there because the cause doesn't lie there. And what happens in the human body is a result of how the owner treats it. And we as Americans have, unfortunately, and I love America and I love Americans, but we've kind of become a fat, lazy country. And we need to do something about that, because when we do the right things, we don't get cancer. Cancer is proliferating today for a reason. We're drinking way too much soda pop. We're drinking diet pop. And if you want brain cancer, drink diet pop. I can almost guarantee you that over time you will get it. So we're doing all the wrong things. We put lotions and potions and what we wash our hair with on our body. They're all carcinogens unless you're buying something that's natural. We drink fluoridated water. Fluoride is a deadly poison. It will kill you as well over time. Chlorinated water. We take showers in chlorinated water. We cook our food to death. That destroys all the goodness in our food. We don't eat any raw food, you know. Raw carrot, kid's not going to eat a raw carrot. He's been taught not to. French fries are not a vegetable, yet they're taught they are. So we give cancer to ourselves by how we treat our bodies, and it causes the body to acidify. And when your body gets acid, all these foods and drinks are acidic. Your inner environment in your body becomes acid. And guess what? Pathogens thrive in acidity. When you're in a clinical environment and doing research and you're testing pathogens, what do? You put acid in there first in that little beaker or whatever, because they grow in acid. If you put it in alkaline, it wouldn't grow. And so it would kill it. Alkaline body is uninhabitable for cancer and all other diseases. Doctors should know this, but almost all Americans are acidic. And that's the reason why we're so sick and getting sicker. We need to stop that.
My name is Sergeant Rick Schiff. I'm an 11-year veteran of the San Francisco Police Department. I hold the department's highest Medal of Honor for bravery. That used to mean a lot more to me than it does now. What I'd like to talk to you about today is my now 7-year-old daughter. This is an identical twin. Her sister is now dead. Her sister, when she was 4 years old, Kristen, developed a highly malignant brain tumor that had spread throughout her spine and her brain. The doctors told us that we had really two options: take her home, let her die, or bring her in for massive dosages of chemo and radiation simultaneously. In either event, she was going to die. They were quite certain of that, and very quickly. Believing her only chance to be the standard route, we gave her the chemo and radiation. It burned her skull so bad she had second-degree burns and her hair never came back. To change her diapers, we had to wear rubber gloves because her urine was so toxic and it burned her. At the end of 6 months, miraculously, she survived the standard treatment, although there was a high expectation she wouldn't. She still had cancer. We were told, sorry, we've done everything we can. Now she's going to die, probably within a couple of months. My wife and I, choosing not to accept that, started reading. The first book I picked up, the 3rd chapter, discussed Dr. Brzezinski. As you may guess, I have some expertise in fraud. In fact, I'm quite certain there are enough attorneys in the room that I could be vordeered as an expert in fraud. And I conducted my own investigation. I have no doubt the man is not a fraud. I have no doubt that he does what he does out of earnest belief that his medicine works. And now you're in a position to judge for yourselves whether it works or not. But it's well established by the FDA that it's non-toxic. 18 months later, we took my daughter off the anti-neoplastin. She had not died. She had no signs of tumor. She remained free for 18 months of cancer. Within a month, the cancer was widespread in her brain. We put her back on Brzezinski's. By the way, at the objections of our doctors, for some reason felt that it had failed her. We put her back on. Within 9 weeks, the tumor was completely gone. She died last July of neurological necrosis. Her brain fell apart from the radiation. The autopsy showed that she was completely cancer-free. Out of 52 cases of that disease ever, no one died cancer-free, just Chrissy. So she didn't die of a terminal illness. She died of my inability to care for her properly, and she died from bad advice. She died because there's a government institution that disseminates false information and is not looking out for the welfare of the people. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I swore an oath 11 years ago, and I think most of us in this room swore it at one time or another, to uphold the Constitution. It says life right in the beginning.